Hello, everybody. Sheen family. Welcome to our interview with Miss J. Stone today. Miss J.D. Stone, let me correct myself. And we're excited to have you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate you on your business, all of your success. It's incredible to see someone your age do so much in such a time span. But what a lot of people don't know about you is that this isn't new to you or for you. You've been doing this for a while with your brother. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, you've been doing this for a while. You've been doing it with your brother. You've been assisting him with his designs growing up. Tell me, how did this inspire you and motivate you to go out and kind of do this for yourself as well?
Well, actually, when I was 16 and, I was helping him with his business, and he taught me how to customize certain, shoes and stuff. When he taught me, I caught on pretty fast. So he was like, you're so good, you should start your own business. I really didn't take it seriously. I was like 16, I wasn't thinking about that.
Right.
So I would say after about 2 years, I decided to take it a little bit more seriously. And that's what derives the name JD Stone, because I needed a name. I made my Facebook, my Instagram, I posted my work. And that's what I did for a while. Bedazzled shoes, accessories, and clothes.
And listen, I love those shoes that I've seen you design for Jennifer Hudson. I thought those were really, really nice. And I've seen a few of your other designs. You've worked with Carl Thomas. You've worked with some really, really big people. And again, you started out very, very young. So I want people to know and understand that where you start, it doesn't matter how you start or where you start, but it can spin off and become something major if you're consistent. And that's what I truly, truly love about what you're doing.
Thank you.
Now, you're welcome. Now, you stated in previous interviews, JD Stone has taken hard work, patience, and financial discipline. Could you share with our viewers the importance of these tools and how they coincide?
Well, with any process, you have to have patience. Things don't just happen overnight. It happens naturally and it happens with timing. With the business, you have to be financial discipline.
Right.
That's very important. You have to determine what is an asset, what is a liability, what is an investment, what is going to bring a return, what is going to bring profit. And, we all love glitz and glam, but sometimes that stuff have to wait. You have to really put stuff and invest into yourself. You have to put time into yourself. You have to put money into yourself as if you would for someone else that you're helping that makes millions and billions. You're making sure you at work on time. You're making sure you calling off, canceling plans to go clock in for a 9 to 5. You have to put that same energy into yourself.
I agree 100% with that. Now, growing up, I learned that your mom catered, and again, your brother was a designer. What was it like to grow up in the environment of entrepreneurs, and how did this inspire you?
Well, I would say it was fine because I grew up like, I didn't want for anything. I had everything I needed and some of what I wanted. And I was just there helping, I'm a kid. that's what they do. Your family, if they have a business, they get their kids and family to help. So it was, I don't know. I just grew up with a family full of entrepreneurs. I learned some things and I got different experiences.
Right. Okay. Now, something else that I noticed about your brand, some may not be familiar with Jessica Rabbit, the character from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I know your uncle gave you that nickname growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can understand one rabbit would encourage you to use two rabbits versus one to hallmark your brand.
Well, I see growing up in, I'm in Detroit. So right now, the fashion offers a lot for men. We have a rabbit, I think called Lucky Charm. There's a lot of teddy bears, like different type of style teddy bears, but they all have X eyes. So, the X eyes represent death. Mm-hmm. So it's like, plus I wanted to update my JD Stones logo. But we have all those things. So I wanted, of course, have something for the men. But the main thing was they don't have nothing for women. So it's a lot of women complain, there's nothing for us. So I had to make something for us, the women.
Okay.
So I got the male version, I got the female version. So I look at them as like twins.
Okay. Well, though.
Thank you.
I was looking at it. You're welcome. I was looking at it. I was like, well, I can understand one, but what encouraged her to do? Yes. And I've seen it. I've seen it quite a few places on quite a few things. So I'm like, well, I wonder what encouraged both. So now I appreciate that. Growing up in Detroit, what was your inspiration? What were some other things or other people who inspired you?
Well, I get inspired by different aspects because I like different things. Mm-hmm. It's very hard for me to determine what it is I like or what my purpose is because I'm a jack of all trades. I have a lot of skills and I can catch on with anything pretty fast. Mm-hmm. So with that, I'm inspired by like things, things that I can relate to, things that interest me. So bling is, Ice Out Detroit is known for like the iced out fashion, the Cartier glasses, things like that. On our clothes, we like shine.
Right.
And that is what I like. And I incorporate that into my business. My business is all about bling. That's what the stones mean in JD Stones. J is for Jessica, D is for Daniels, and then the stones. So everything I do is bling. And I'm inspired. Pardon me?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and it's definitely bling, like the way that you do what you do. I like how chic and how classic it is. It's classic pieces.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem at all. Okay, so how important is it to you to give back to your community? I know that I love that you are a pillar in your community. I know that you go to your schools, you speak to the kids, the youth, and you encourage them in different ways. And I just want to know how important is that to you? And what other ways do you give back to the youth?
Well, it's very important for me to influence the youth and get them aware of the important things of life that's not really being talked about and taught. For instance, I feel in high school, they should teach you how to do your own taxes. I feel like they should teach you how to budget, how to invest. I think that they should teach you how to be self-sufficient in life and financially sufficient and, give you some skills of entrepreneurship.
Right.
It seems like they just teach us and program us to work for other people.
I can agree with that.
Right. So the curriculum needs to be changed. But, with the world and the industry, rap, music, media, television, internet, it's just always talking about, twerking, drugs, killing, violence, it's sex, it's not, that's
right.
all they know. And they're growing up, like, as the world evolves, it's evolving, but it's, what I'm saying, it's not really where it needs to be. So with my brand, I want to teach them, because this is the concept. It's not just about bling. It's going to talk about saving your money, budgeting, how, because, okay, let me tell you this. The number one thing people do, they rather look like money than have money. They would spend their very last penny to, have something because of what someone else have. Some might call it for clout, or to be looked at as something that, feel like they something because they have something that costs so much money. If you really know, people with money don't make a lot of noise. They don't, like, look at me, I got money,
Right.
Look at my shoes, I spent $5,000, this, that, and that.
Right.
Love to look good when it's appropriate for the event. But this is just a mentality that needs to be changed, in my opinion. So it's important to teach them to save their money, budget, invest, be able to identify what a asset is, what a liability is, and the peer pressure. You don't got to follow everything. Be yourself, and just be different.
And you know what? I 100% agree with that, especially what's being taught within our school systems. To me, it's crazy that over the years, we know what we need to do. We talk about it. I don't know if you do it, but I know in our community, we go to the parent-teacher conferences, the board meetings, and we talk to them about changing the curriculum, but it's like it's such a challenge to get certain things in. So, I mean, it's crazy to know that it's happening in other places, and it's the change that you're fighting for, which is awesome. But it's crazy to know that it's still happening, and it's something that we still have to work so hard to have changed and worked on. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you've amassed quite a bit of success at a very young age. What would the younger Jessica like to see happen in her future?
Could you repeat the last part?
What would the younger Jessica like to see happen in her future?
Younger.
So, when we're younger, we have a plan. We see what we want to do. We know what we want to do. And we say, when I grow up, I want to do this. I want to do that. You've amassed a lot of it. So what's something the younger version of you would like to see happen that is either happening now for you and you want to expand it, or there's something you haven't gotten to yet and you're going to conquer?
Well, I would just like one of my ideas or my brand to change history and impact the world in a positive way. So that's something that I would like to see.
Do you feel your brand has started to impact the world in a positive way?
Starting, like, this is fairly new. Not JD Stones, but the whole Rabbiit thing. Like, I literally came up with this whole concept last year. And I'm starting the motion. So once I do what I need to do, I'm sure it will.
Okay, so you feel like it's going to be something that just changes the world. It's not where you want it to be to change the world,
Absolutely.
but you see it and you know that it's going to.
Absolutely. I have a very strong vision, and I'm just confident, and the energy is good. I know it's going to happen. Just from the response.
I 100% agree with you. Yes, I 100% agree with that. Just based off of what's happening now for you, and you're still in your 20s. Like,
yes,
that's incredible. I can't stop saying it because it really is truly incredible. Like you said, there's so much going on in the world with people and our youth, and to see someone at your age just do so much with something they started off with as a teenager. And like you said, you didn't take it serious at first, but it's growing. And it is definitely growing at a fairly quick pace.
Yes. You can almost say overnight. Yes.
But what will make you say almost overnight, though?
Because it was only supposed to be logos for a t-shirt. Because, this is what I was thinking. Rhinestoning or bedazzling shoes by hand, one by one, is very time consuming. And now everybody's trying to do it. So, if I do a pair all over, that means the whole entire shoe is completely stoned. That can take 15 hours, depending on the size shoe. Okay. That's made to order. I needed something, or I wanted something that I can have on hand. So I got the idea of t-shirts. So now you get the t-shirt with the shoes, because the bling rabbits, they have their shoes bling too on the shirt. And I also add stones to the t-shirt. So now you have, you can jazz it up, wear it up, dress it down, jeans, skirt, dress, pant, whatever, right? So it was initially just supposed to be for a t-shirt. But then my mind just got to going. I got inspired. And that's how I came up with all these other products.
Okay, but it's still, you've been doing it for quite some time. So I guess that's why I don't see it as an overnight success. You've invested in this over time. You may have added things, but starting out, this definitely didn't happen overnight. You've been working at this for a minute.
The idea is what I'm saying. The idea, not the success.
Okay.
The idea of how we actually got, the rabbits, and I'm kind of bringing them to life. So, the first animation is, when you enter my website. I don't know if you've seen or not.
Yes, I have.
Thank you. So I put a lot into it. I'm a gamer. I play Grand Theft Auto 5 online. I play Sims. I love the type of games you can walk around. You can customize your home, your car. And I wanted to incorporate that with the opening of my website. So that's part of bringing it to life, because I want to have an animated cartoon. In the future, you can look forward to a children's book, coloring book, and a cartoon. So it's important to bring the rabbits to life. That's why I have mascots as well.
Well, I can't wait to see the expansion of what you're about to do.
Thank you so much.
The coloring books, the children books. I'm definitely looking forward to the coloring books because I think that's going to bring in, like you said, or speaking of what we talked about just a minute ago with the youth, that's going to bring in more youth and it's going to draw more attention to our kids and allowing you to expand in those other areas of teaching the responsibility of being prepared and ready with the business. So with taxes, with learning how to budget, how to save, and then go out and get what you want. So I think that's great. And I truly cannot wait to see that. Well,
Thank you.
Jessica, my final question for you. What can we expect and look forward to from you outside of what you just mentioned? Is there anything additional to that?
Right now, you guys can expect that the book, the coloring book, the children book, the cartoon. Who knows? I might even decide to make a Tubi movie.
Well, you're with the right team and you're definitely in the right area. So, we've seen some of your things on Tubi, some of your branded items. So hopefully we do see you, acting and doing some more stuff with them as well.
Thank you. It's really important to get JD Stones everywhere. So I don't know if you heard or not, but I have like a brand song. It's just an instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
And so JD Stones is on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, different markets.
Okay, so what's the name of the instrumental so that
JD
our
Stone,
readers and our people, JD Stone is the name of it, so straight to Apple Music.
Absolutely. It's JD Stones by JD Stones. So it's J.D. Stones. So if you on Snapchat and you want music in your background, you can type in JD Stones for the music, Instagram, Facebook Reels. Everywhere.
Okay. I definitely will be on the lookout for this. And I'm glad that you shared that with the viewers so that they can, go run those numbers up for you as well. I want to thank you for your time. Did you have anyone that you wanted to thank or anyone you wanted to shout out?
Yes. I want to thank all my supporters, all the people that believed in me, and everyone that support my brand. That means so much to me, and it keeps me going. And God, because without God, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Yeah. And you guys for having me. And I'm just thankful.
Absolutely. Well, give them your social medias so that they can find you on not only Instagram, but Facebook. We now know Apple Music, Spotify, and the other places.
I would say everywhere. So the Facebook professional page is JD Stones. The Instagram is JD Stones. And Google JD Stones.
All right. Well, thank you again for your time. Give me just a moment. I want to thank everyone who had a chance to view our interview today with Miss JD Stones, aka Miss Jessica Rabbiit. Stay tuned for what she has going on in the future and what she's going to bring to us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.